What's up, Jake Bros? Welcome back. Today we are going to be ranking my top 10 movies of 2018. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and right after this, let's kick off the new year. Alright, let's start. Before we kick off the top 10, I'd just like to announce the runner-ups, which are Searching, The Meg, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Christopher Robin, and the Equalizer 2. Sorry, I got screwed up there. On my screen, unlike you guys, my screen, all the letters are backwards. So, yes, the runner-ups are Searching, The Meg, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Christopher Robin, and the Equalizer 2. Coming in 10th place is Mary Poppins Returns. Now, guys, I literally just saw this last night, and let me just say, it was just terrific. It's just a fun film. It's not, I shouldn't say it's terrific, actually. There are some flaws with it, but the performances outdo those flaws, and the only part I would find irritating might be just the kids in the movie. That part could have been fixed. But Lin-Manuel Miranda and Emily Blunt as the leads were just astounding. The music may have been a little forgettable, but still, even the soundtrack was great. I strongly suggest you see this movie. I had a blast with it, and it was just a lot of fun. Coming in at number 9 is Game Night. You guys probably forgot about this movie, but I honestly did not. This was terrific. This came out in, I think, February or March. This was February or March. And I loved this movie. I thought it was hilarious. It was, I guarantee you not a lot of you guys are going to see this movie, so I'll just say it. It was basically a game-themed movie where all these friends were having one game night that goes totally AWire whenever it turns into a real thriller action comedy, and it's just terrific. And every scene moves like a game piece, and honestly, guys, the comedy was great, the acting was great, and just the performances in general, and the plot, I just loved it all. So, this was a movie I just had a blast with. There was barely any flaws in this movie. Please see it if you can. It was really good. It was people might have found it forgettable, but I surely did not. I just strongly suggest that this is a must-see movie. So, get out there and see it. Coming in 8th place is Black Panther. Now, most people probably wondering, Jake, why don't you have this higher on your list? It should be at number 1 or something. Now, guys, I just have different opinions about this movie. I love the leads. I love the story. The action is fantastic. I just have more favorite films, but of course, this is on my list. I absolutely adore this film. It was insanely good. Chadwick Boseman as the lead was terrific. I saw him in Civil War, and I just knew he would be perfect in his own standalone superhero movie. So I just found this film terrific. The visuals are fantastic. I guarantee you this is probably going to be nominated for an Oscar, so I'm super excited to see where this film goes, and I'm super excited to see where it leads up in Avengers Endgame. So, thank you. Thank you. I don't know if I did a review on this one. I'm just thanking this movie so much for being out there. It was terrific. I don't know if I did a review on this one. If I did or if I didn't, it doesn't really matter. I loved it either way. So, go out and go see this movie. Terrific. Coming in number 7 is, of course, Incredibles 2. I loved the first film, and the hype for the second film was just super high. I could not wait. Guarantee you a lot of you have seen this movie. If you have, great. If you haven't, go see it. Thank you for this movie for being out. I loved it so much. I thought it was a great follow-up to the sequel. Not as good as the first film, but still a great film. Moving on to the next. Another 2 is happening. Alright, guys, in 6th place is Deadpool 2. Oh my gosh. This was just a funny movie. The raunch was cranked up to a 10. I mean, I laughed my head off. It might be inappropriate for many viewers, but either way, would have had a blast. And I just loved this movie. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So, if you haven't seen this movie, or you're not allowed to see this movie, try to see it. It's insanely funny. It was insanely funny. I thought it was a little better than the first film. I loved it. Go see it. Starting our top 5 is A Quiet Place. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt knocked it out of the park in this role. This is easily probably my favorite dramatic film of this year, and horrific film of this year. Horrifying, I meant, like, horror. But either way, I absolutely love this movie. Go see it. As you can tell, I'm really excited about this top 5 part of the list. Yeah, the top 10, the first 5 in this list were of course they were great, but now I'm really excited. A Quiet Place kicks off the top 5 in a great way because I absolutely love this film. Thank you for being a film. And remember, shh. The most heartwarming film of this year, and the film that touched me the most, is easily Won't You Be My Neighbor. I can't even say how much I loved this film. And it's a documentary, and I know that's not for everybody, but this is my favorite documentary of all time. And it's just a fantastic film in general. Mr. Rogers is one of my biggest idols, and getting to learn about him even more made this film so special to me. So it is, of course, high on this list, taking 4th place. I loved this film so much. If you're not into documentaries, I guarantee you this film is still for you. I loved it. So please go see it. It changes the course of movies. I thought it was terrific. This movie deserves everything. So please see Won't You Be My Neighbor. This movie was just amazing. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Mission Impossible Fallout was a fantastic film. Please go see it if you're into action. Either way, it's thrilling, it's great, the action is terrific, the stunts are insane. Tom Cruise, of course, is amazing playing Ethan in the role. Oh my gosh, this is probably the best one, if not Rogue Mission. Rogue Mission was really good, but this one is so close, and this one's probably my favorite, actually. This is the most thrilling one out of all of them, and if you're not into Mission Impossible movies or not, I do not care. This was astounding. I loved this film. This movie is a champion, Bohemian, oh my gosh, I can't even sing. Well, Bohemian Rhapsody is nuts insane if you're a Queen fan. I'm a huge Queen fan, and I absolutely adored this film. This movie, it captures amazement whenever it comes to this band. I thank it greatly for being in a movie. Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury is great, and he is a powerhouse, and he makes this movie better than it already is. Go see Bohemian Rhapsody. And finally on this list, this should not come to a surprise to anybody, Avengers Infinity War. It sums up all Marvel movies and heroes into one big climactic battle against Thanos. This movie sets up the next film in the most amazing way possible and takes the number 1 spot it deserves. I adore this film. It is easily it's probably my favorite film of all time. If not Elf. Elf and this film are my favorite films of all time. I can't tell you how much I love this movie. If you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War yet, I don't know who hasn't. I don't know a person who actually hasn't seen it. I can't even tell you how great this film is. Let's just wait till Avengers Endgame. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments if you agree with the movies that were my favorite, or if you don't agree with the movies that were my favorite. Just so you know, these are the movies that I saw. If your movie's not in here, I probably didn't see it. But I usually see most movies, so. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this top 10 list. I never make these top 10 videos, but since it's the end of the year, I was feeling dangerous. So I made this. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you agree, if you agree with these picks, please comment. If you don't, comment still and tell me what your favorite was. All right, Jake Bros, I will see you next time for later videos. Bye bye.